everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Real Get to the Choppa. I'm your host Andy Godoy, and I'm back again with another one of these fan commentaries. Now, the film I'm going to be doing today was chosen by our listener and good friend, Luke Hayes Payne. So yeah, he suggested that I do the Creed series, so I'm doing Creed 2. Obviously, I'm going to be doing Creed 3, because I know that is Luke's favourite one. I wasn't too keen on it, but you know what? I've only watched it once. Sometimes you need to watch a film to really appreciate it. And again, big shout out to Luke Hayes Payne, who's really been amazing. He's provided me with loads of different films and stuff like that. 3D glasses, some 4Ks, some Blu-rays. And yeah, as a way of saying thanks, you know, obviously I'll be doing a suggestion. Now, you can suggest films and you don't have to give me stuff for me to do them. But, you know, it is nice. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. This is the first big film that we'll be doing. Well, actually, we've done Drive. But this will be the second one, I should say, of the new year. I've also started doing some animated shows as well, like Ulysses. And I'll be doing loads more that you can watch in between sort of like watching the films. Because, you know, like animated shows like old 80s cartoons are about half an hour long, 20 minutes long. So, you know, I can get the time to watch them. So again, want to give a big special shout out to the whole Real Get to the Choppa Facebook group and my good friend Damian Sayers, James Birch, and absolutely everyone on that group. If you haven't joined it already, please check it out. If you haven't left me a review on Apple or Spotify, please do. The podcasts are also appearing on YouTube, but just, you know, audio only as well, because the whole sort of like uploading sort of like full videos and stuff gets a bit complicated. And with that, then we're going to be watching the sequel to the really good film, which was Creed. I'm watching the Blu-ray, just the standard edition Blu-ray. There's no director's cut or anything like that I'm aware of. And yeah, let's start and enjoy the film. So I've pressed play, by the way, guys. Forgot to completely mention. So we're currently at the bit where it says FBI. Piracy is not a victimless crime. Normally I do a countdown of 3, 2, 1. Totally forgot. I apologize. Right, there's like an eye. So you guys can all sync up. It's a lion. He's roaring. Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Now, I will be doing films, not just that you guys request as well, but films that I also just want to watch as well. So I have got a list of films that Luke has recommended, and I'm also going to throw a few other films that no one's recommended, but that I just want to watch. Now, the first film, Creed, I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. It was phenomenal. You know, the Rocky films were just so amazing. They were so well done. And, you know, I just thought, how can you do a character as likable as Sylvester Stallone? And it worked out well. Michael B. Jordan did a good, you know, thing as Creed. Very different character, but very good. Oh, look, there's Bridget Nielsen. And I like this going back to Rocky 4. It's this Victor Creed. I think he's like a real sort of fighter or something. I don't know if he's boxer, maybe MMA or some sort of other fighter. Really big bloke. And then obviously there, we don't see him yet. It's Dolph Lundgren. Now you can see there that they're living in a not so great thing. They're struggling. And there he is. Ivan Drago. He's aged really well. So in the Ukraine, Kiev, there. It's cold. He's a big guy. Bigger than Dolph. He's a beast. And this is what he's done his whole life. We're slowly unfolding. Now, I've watched this probably about 3 times. Watched it in a cinema. I loved it. Went to watch this with my good friend Damian Sayers. And then I watched it on TV one day, like on one of the channels. And specifically for this, I bought the Blu-ray. Now, boxing is my favorite sport. I've never done it. I'm too scared. And I'm too old for it now anyway. But it is... I enjoy it, but it is somewhat brutal. And you can see the brutality of it as well. I mean, look, that guy is... He's in amazing shape. His physique is just incredible. So obviously, we know that that is Ivan Drago's son, and his father is his trainer, coach, everything. And this guy here is thinking, I've spotted something. This guy's good. What an intro. Creed 2. And there's Bianca. I can't remember. Tessa Thompson is the actress. I really fancy her. I think she's really attractive. But I really like her character in this. I only really know her from the Thor films as well, which she plays Valkyrie, is it? And there he is. This is the guy who he lost his car to in Creed 1. That's it. There we go. Obviously, again, he playing the son of Apollo Creed. This is Adonis Creed. He's a hell of an actor, this guy. Michael B. Jordan. I love him in... she says, did you take a shit yet? Because previously he got nervous and he needed to go to the toilet. I do wonder what you do when you really need to go. You know, you're a boxer. You got to fight, 10 or 12 rounds, depending on if it's championship or not. And if you need to wee as well. It's going to make it uncomfortable. Oh, look, who is there? Is that Stallone? I love his speeches. He does look good for his age. Look at him. Love Stallone. I need to do the Rocky films, but I also want to do other stuff like Cobra, Cliffhanger, and the Rambo films. I love the father-son relationship between them. I love the movement of the camera as well. Now again, obviously Rocky and Apollo were rivals, enemies, until they became best buddies. And Obviously, he calls him, Adonis calls him Unc, but there's more than that. There is like that father-son relationship. It's that father that Adonis needed. And then going back to Rocky wanted this sort of relationship with his son, but he never had it because his son lived in Rocky's shadow. And we got a lot of that in Rocky 5 and then Rocky Balboa. And without spoiling it, maybe later on. Again, you look at Adonis Creed. The guy is just a beast as well. Lean, toned, muscular. Wow, down goes Danny Wheeler. And there we go. He has won it. He's won the world's heavyweight title. Now, interestingly enough, if you go into a lot of unofficial Wikipedias and websites about the heavyweight lineage in the Rocky films, it goes Rocky and so on to Mason the Line Dixon from Rocky Balboa. Then it goes to, I think, Mike Tyson. And then I think he gets vacated. Honestly, like it's great how they include a Mike Tyson into the lineage. I wouldn't say it's exactly canon, but if you look on the websites, Tyson's on there. Love that. Oh. He's so damn wise. Now, I have been doing animated commentaries like Ulysses 31. I will be doing other sort of TV show commentary stuff like Red Dwarf, cartoon stuff like He-Man, The Real Ghostbusters, maybe Visionaries further down the line. But the reason why I'm doing TV series as well is, excuse me, is because films normally are about an hour and a half, 2 hours long. And, sometimes I haven't got time to do something like that. So just to keep more content going and something for me to enjoy, I've been doing some, other bits and bobs. I love how nervous he is. I like this bit. Look at him. She didn't have a hearing aid on. I love the emotional heart that this film has, and that's what Rocky had. And to me, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is my favorite of the Creed films so far. It really tugs at the heartstrings. I love how human and real these people are. And the acting and the performances by everyone that stars in this film, you know, not just the main good guys, but the antagonist characters as well. They're all going on a journey. And I think that is the perfect way to tell, you know, to tell a storyline. Like, obviously, at the moment, we don't know why Drago and his son training, that they're still full of rage, but we can understand it. You know, we get behind them to a certain extent. We know what they're doing. So we root for everyone, really. But obviously, we root more for the main hero, which is Adonis Creed. Good soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. Now, I have got this, like I said, on Blu-ray. Not every film I'm going to require a 4K. 4K, I think I'm going to be doing for more of my films that I loved growing up. Films that were shot on film. Stuff like Jaws, Space Odyssey, you know, films like that. You know, like Blade or Ghostbusters. So unless it's something that I really, really want to see again, like I would say like Spider-Man and No Way Home. I loved that. I really enjoyed that. Probably one of the best recent Marvel films in years because of all the Spider-Man. My God, he's a tank. Look at that, those shoulders. Back. Sorry, I'm munching away on some crisps. They're about to go on a journey across the pond. I feel this film, the characters really grow as people. He cares about Rocky. You know, he relies on Rocky. He loves Rocky. Like I said, Rocky is more than like an uncle. He's like a dad to him. And he knows Rocky's not been well. And again, I am looking forward to doing Creed 3. Oh, there's Rocky's son and his wife. I just felt with Creed 3, it didn't flow as good. Didn't have the emotional. It felt more of a standard, like, here's a third film. But again, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because Luke says it's his favorite. Oh, there's Adrian. It's weird seeing Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, older, looking older. I mean, he still looks fantastic, you know. And then when I was a kid watching these films, he was like a young guy, and like now I'm approaching 49, you know, nearing 50. I'll be 50 in 2027, but I'm feeling old. Feel like time is slow, well, going past really fast, too fast. You know what? Even though I've got bad knees now, I'd like to sort of go to Philly and just see the statue and maybe not run up the stairs, but do the best I can. I need to. It's like a lifelong dream. I've never been to the States, by the way, guys, so I'd love to go to the States one day. Beautifully shot film again. Love the brightness of the city, the people, the cars, just everything really adds to the tone of the film. Here comes Mr. Local Celebrity. Adrian's. Yeah, this is where the story in the past and present and future start coming together. Dolph looks amazing. You know, Dolph is actually like a super genius in real life. I think he's got multiple degrees and stuff like that. Not just like a martial artist. Good actor as well. Damn. Yeah. Legacy. Ooh. And I love that. That's got to be so haunting. And again, you know, it's sad, you know, Carl Weathers has passed away and you see him up there as a Apollo. He was such a big character. This is why this film to me feels like special and just personal in many ways. Look at these two guys, two warriors. He's a big guy. Look at the size difference. There he is. There's still that sign of respect, even though there's more hatred there from Drago. That's got to be tough for Rocky because that was his best friend and he wasn't the cornerman. They need each other, you know, Creed and Rocky. That's a beautiful belt, that. So I think it's the WBC. Yeah. That's the other thing about boxing. There's so many belts, but for me, I think the WBC is the main one. Look at Rocky there and Apollo. That's going to be hard thinking that, you know, your dad is deaf there, is everywhere, all over YouTube. Anyone can watch it. This is what I love about the story. You know, the amount of emotions and things he's got to be dealing with is got to be just unbearable, really. Bianca. Amazing soundtrack. Love the bass of the music. You wouldn't want to talk to like a heavyweight boxer like that, man. I mean, I know this guy's a big guy, but come on. Adonis is like a trained boxer. Hmm. Say that though, you wouldn't want the light right there next to you when you're trying to go to sleep because it is right close to the window. Just how conflicted Rockies must be feeling. Could admit the Blu-ray is really good actually. There's a lot of detail. I know I'm watching this on a 120-inch screen, but the skin tones are really good. The depth, like the fabrics and stuff like that. That's a bit hard. I know he's hurt. I know he's upset because he feels like he wants him to be there and support him. And this is what I love. It is like that sort of father-son relationship, having an argument, disagreement. No one's right. No one's wrong. And at the same time, they both are. And it's heartbreaking. Oh, that's hurtful. I do love the Rocky's little outfit. He always wears the same. The grey t-shirt, the hat, the leather jacket. He's genuinely a nice guy, Rocky, you know. I do need to watch all the Rocky films. I need to get the 4K. Again, like I said before, certain films, Blu-ray I'm happy with, like this, but 4Ks have to be the Rocky, definitely. Just love the music from these films. And I feel like they're all really well shot. Hell of a view. Oh, yeah. Apollo's wife. Adonis's, not his mum, but she is his mum, really, I guess. I do like this bit. I do like this bit. She's like, spits it back out. Maybe she is. Love that little tune in the background. The music. It's very heartfelt. And I love these two as a couple. She's so good as well. This is going to be so hard for her as well. Look at her. She's such a good actor. I do love the interaction between the two of them. It's very loving. But yeah, again, to all our listeners out there, I will be taking requests, so feel free to request films that you want me to talk about and do commentaries on. I'll also be doing films that, like I want to do as well. I mean, recently for Christmas, I got the Critters box set on Blu-ray, and I'll be doing Critters at some point, hopefully this month. But I'm going to try and do as many as I can. Cut a long story short, like being phased out from being a postman. I did work 2 jobs anyway, working in the family business with me and my wife, so I can still do that. So I've got a bit more time on my hands, but still, we'll see what happens with that. It's a beautiful car. Love it. Yeah, forget the guy that Apollo's talking to is the son of the trainer that trained Rocky, or he was in this. That trained Creed, Apollo Creed. Damn, look at that physique. Man, I love them. The memories. I do love about this. It's all about family. It's about fathers, sons, the past. Like I said, now, the present, the future of what is going to happen. Damn. Damn, look at that. You know, I've got some of these that I need to get out, those ropes. But for me, I think at the moment I need to go swimming to help me build strength for my leg, because I'm walking now. I can walk a little bit without the crutch, but I still haven't got the strength that I used to have. Like the other day over Christmas, I dropped on my ass. I tried to stand up and my legs just didn't work. He looks impressive. Damn. The amount of training he had to do for this. How was Bianca feeling knowing the history of what happened before? She's carrying Adonis's baby. Just one little shove. I love it. I love the intensity. It's just, it really is just, wow. Sorry, apologies if you can hear me moving my footstool so I can put my foot down, but need to stretch my leg a bit. Legs, I should say. Oh, Roy Jones. One of the greatest boxers ever. I think it started off middleweight, then super middleweight, and then even heavyweight. Then eventually won titles pretty much every division. I think his last sort of match was with Mike Tyson. And then I think before that, I think he, one of my favourite ones was when he fought Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe, to me, is still one of the most underrated boxers ever. Never lost. Fantastic. People just didn't take him seriously because, don't know. They always said he slapped as opposed to punching, but he still had power. You know, I think he did everything right. You know, fought well. But here we go. I'm not quite sure on the music. Now this is more like it. Boom. Unlike his dad came out to, what's it called? Living in America. Oh. Damn. These films always make me want to train. These films always make me want to just get in the most amazing shape. And like I said, I am recording this still in 2025, but I'm recording these in advance for 2026. And hopefully it will inspire me to get in shape and lose a bit of the Christmas weight that I've piled on. And this is why, like you said, it feels so Shakespearean. And he's right, because this is why I feel my favourite Creed film. I rank this up there definitely with the best Rocky films as well. It's just got heart, emotion, and a story that drives everyone. It's like, we know. It's not, forget about Creed. Victor, we know why he is the way he is. We find out more as the film unfolds why him and his dad are doing this. We find out the suffering he has had to go to, the lives he's led because of the consequences and everything, the actions that happened in Rocky IV. He should be hitting, move, hit, move. Make the big guy. Don't just stand there. Damn, see what I mean? Power. Damn. Punches to the kidneys or ribs. Damn. This is going to be so hard for absolutely everyone. Bit of frustration there on thingy by Creed, and like Victor just going through his own turmoil there. It is about legacy, revenge, redemption. That's it. That's more of what you want to see. Regardless of how impressive Victor's physique is, with someone like that, you've really got to make him miss, keep him moving, wear him out. Stay away from the corners. Damn. First time down. And that's the thing, is like for Adonis, he's never fought anyone like this before. Oh, that hurt me. Just beautiful shot, beautiful sound design there. We feel that beautiful like camera action there, like just panning around and the reactions of everyone, and back to his. He's really making him sort of like triggering him, waking up this monster, this all his anger and just everything. And again, this is why I say this is my favorite Creed film. Honestly, I'm going to watch Creed 3 again. I just felt that lacked the story, the emotion that all this did. Had amazing fight scenes, and I'll talk more about the fight scenes on how Michael B. Jordan got influenced to do them later when I do Creed 3. Yeah, that was after, like, that was like, did he get disqualified? I can't remember. Because he was down when he got hit. Flashback similar to what happened with Apollo and Drago. That's got to be such a scary thing. And like everything's just falling apart there. Everyone's like, what's happened? Is he alive? Is he dead? Is he like brain damaged? Is he, what's happening? That was brutal. Just the uncertainty of it all. Oh, damn. Rocky had to be there, didn't he? Bianca gets it. Bianca knows that Rocky just didn't want to be there because he didn't want him to go through with it. Oh, my leg. I'm feeling Adonis is playing there. I tried to stretch my leg because I'm trying to rehab it at the moment. I've got to move it around. It feels a bit like because I've had the knee operation, meniscus, had some cartilage replacement thing where they sort of dig holes into my knee joints to try and make their own cartilage. And I've got to try and move my legs. Apologies for the weird sounds I'm making as well. Yeah, I was just trying to stretch my leg there. Look at him, he's just like very like childlike, hurt, feels betrayed, feels like he wants to cry, feels like he needs Rocky, but angry with him at the same time. This is what I love about this film, just all the emotion. Look at Rocky. And I do feel that that's what was missing from Creed 3 Rocky. I feel like they need to bring him back for Rocky 4. Maybe Rocky dies, we can give him a send-off. Creed can retire. And it can be a very heartfelt film. Whereas I felt like the long distant friendship that he had with his childhood friend in Creed 3 just didn't quite cut it. It seemed a bit contrived, a bit forced. But again, like I said, I am going to give it a chance. I'm going to watch it because, I trust Luke's opinion on it. He says that's his favourite film and maybe I've missed it. And that's the thing, like with films sometimes, you can go into a film expecting things to be even better or even more than they actually are. And because you have so much expectation, when it doesn't meet that, it's not as good as you think it is. And I've had that with the Marvel films. With the Marvel films, when I've watched Marvel films, because they kept on getting better and better at certain points, and then all of a sudden they didn't at one point because of what came before was so good. And my expectations were even more, especially with Doctor Strange, the second one. We all had in our heads what we were going to see from the multiverse, and it never matched up. And I feel that's what took away from that being a good film. And I feel the same thing could be said for Creed 3. But guys, yeah, I will also be watching more films that I haven't seen before. I want to watch the Terrifier films. I want to watch some horror films like X and what's it called, Pearl and Maxine. I want to try and get them on 4K at some point as well. But I also want to watch other films as well, like Predator Badlands, a new Superman film, and things like that. Because, yeah, why not? I feel like I'm stuck in my comfort zone sometimes, just watching what I've watched so many times. this bit really hurt me. Maybe it was just because being a man, but also he's peeing out blood, but I think it's you see that and you think it's unnatural, and like the pain of what damage he's done to himself. I get it, it's different to what he's gone through to what I've gone through, because, he feels like he's let down himself, his dad, his family, his legacy and everything. And he lost in front of God knows how many people, and he didn't just lose. He didn't lose because he got, he got disqualified, but he took the beating of his life. He's never experienced anything like that. And he was meant to be the best, and to be destroyed like that. I get it, the frustration. Oh, now she's getting a bit bigger there with a baby. And this is what I love about this film. It is, like I said before, to quote Vin Diesel from Fast and Furious, it's about family. I need to do the Fast and Furious films. Maybe I'll do the first Fast and Furious. I've got that on Blu-ray. They do get rubbish after part 5. So over the top. It's almost like a kid playing with cars and just banging them together, making them jump off things. That's how you challenge someone. It's just like brutal. Literally called him out, embarrassed him. It's hard, man. Oh, here we go. Another important thing here for the Drago family. Look at his dad, just all happy. Drago, however you pronounce it. His mother. Now, interestingly enough, Bridget Nielsen was actually married to Sylvester Stallone back in the 80s, I think. I don't know when Rocky IV got made, or before or during. She is a striking woman, actually. Also remember her from Red Sonja. Wasn't she in Beverly Hills Cop as well? It's great that she appeared on this. this is where we start learning more about Victor. We find out what sort of woman she was. I feel the conflict. I feel the love for these guys, the pride. This is what good filmmaking is all about. Like I said, he's the bad guy. He's a nemesis in this. But we know why he's doing what he's doing. Respect, his family, lineage, just all that. And again, I get it. He's scared. He feels like he's lost everything. His ability, his manhood, his pride. He is like, Honestly, I can't compare myself to a heavyweight boxing champ like a Creed or Rocky, but for me, like I said, I'm going through my own crap because, I love my job as a postman. I love walking, 15 plus miles a day, doing what I did. It felt like proper hard grafting, doing what I was doing. I was out and about, and now I can't even walk about 5 meters for now. And then my job's been taken away because, their occupational health has said, nope, I'm not able to do that job anymore. So I feel like sad by it, really. But you know what? It's time to watch films like this to inspire. And it's why I do the podcast to, cheer me up, to make me happy and stuff. And I will get better. I know that. I am of that mind frame now. And it's okay to feel crap sometimes, guys, It is. Because if you don't, we don't appreciate the good stuff. So you have to have that as well. So it's the same house from Rocky 4. Looks like it could be. When you see his mum. He's going to give him oh no, it's Rocky. Yeah, sorry if you guys can hear me deep breathing. I've got a bit of a cold over the Christmas period, so my nose is a little bit blocked. And that's what I like about this. Rocky's just trying to explain to him that, you know, things happen in life. Things can be tough. No one's perfect. It's a lot to live up to. I love the respect that these two guys have for each other's characters. The love they have. They need each other. Honestly, I love their friendship. It's great. And again, guys, like, you know, this is the reason why I do this podcast. Watching movies is one of my favorite things to do ever. And it cheers me up. It makes me happy. And hopefully, you know, you guys watching these films along with me makes you happy as well, you know. We all need little distractions from the real world sometimes. And I'm not saying the real world is all doom and gloom. It can be amazing. It can be fantastic. But you know what? It's nice just to have a bit of escapism sometimes as well. I love this. It's nice seeing these two together again. You'd think like Hugh would have some resentment for Rocky for having her husband die in his arms. In his arms. I always love the fact that he's always got that little ball with him. He's going to phone his son. Just can't do it. Just can't make that first move. Sometimes that's all you need, man. You know, just do that. We never do meet Bianca's family, I don't think, do we? Oh, it's amazing how you can do hearing tests and stuff like that on little children that are so little. And again, it's another emotional heartbeat that these two have to go through. It's a heart thing that for the film, another emotional driven thing. They want their child to be perfect. I'm not saying that, Amara isn't, she still is. But Bianca didn't want her to go through what she has to go through, But as two loving parents, they're always going to do the best they can for her. And she's a beautiful little girl, look. And I love this. I love the fact that you can see, Bianca just loving, bonding with her child instantly. And then Adonis as a dad, just caring, wanting to do, making everything right for him. Rocky's wisdom's amazing. It's like Rocky's the wisest man in the world. Who's that from? Buddy Marcel, the promoter. I get it. Being a dad myself, being a dad is like the most amazing thing in the world. It's also one of the hardest things in the world. But you love your children no matter what, you just through everything, every hardship you have to go through. And again, I've said it so many times throughout this podcast, but I feel everything that happens in this, it's what makes this film special. It really is. But yeah, Creed 2 and Creed, Gremlins and Drive were all suggested by Luke Hayes Payne. Don't forget, guys, you can also nominate some other films you'd like me to do commentaries on, and I'll be more than happy to do them. Like I said, I will be doing other films as well that no one's nominated, and because why not? Hello. Good sound design. I always wonder how they still, do it, like heading back to the olden days, with the Foley artist, someone there in the sound booth, adding the sound, doubling the sound effects to the film to make it more cinematic and more amazing. Oh, poor little girl. Just looking at her dad. And this is what I say, Michael B. Jordan is like an amazing actor. He's got such range. I want to see him in more, playing different roles. And I'm sure this guy is totally capable of doing it. And I've seen him in interviews and he comes across as like a genuine nice guy. So I do need to watch that film where they're all like superheroes. I can't remember what it's called again. When he's like a teenager and they discover this comet meteor thing and they get these abilities. Yeah, they are a perfect couple, these two. It's a tough decision. Tough on both of them. Such a good film. I am going to get myself like an Amazon Fire Stick that I can connect to my 4K projector so I can, go online and also stream films as well, because, I can't afford every single film out there. Certain things aren't on 4K or Blu-ray. So it just makes sense, that I've got this option as well. If you guys suggest films for me to watch, maybe something slightly older, I can look for it and, either Disney, Prime, and Netflix, it'll be there. I do love Rocky 4. Good point. Smart answer. Yeah. Ooh, what's he got? Oh, yeah, I remember. I love it. Where are they gone? To Mexico or somewhere? Quite a big, good sized gym. Wow. This is where we get these training montages and we see the difference in size. I mean, look at this. Proper old school compared to all the latest. This guy there, he's a monster. Good. Oh my God. Amazing. I do love this film. This film, I want to rate it. I forgot to rate the last film, Drive. Drive, as much as I loved it, and I think it's a cult classic. And I'm talking about the Mark Dacascos. I kept on calling him Draskos. Made him sound like he was either Klingon or what's it called? One of the guys from Game of Thrones, the Dothraki. Here we go. Montage. Yeah. Damn. I mean, you think he was in shape before. By the end of this training thing, damn, the guy's a beast. Look at this guy. Jesus Christ. Man, it's... Yeah, Drago's more relying on power, and now Creed is having to get used to the close combat trading, hitting back with just as much power and absorbing that power. The music is just incredible. Come on, get up. I'm doing all this in the bloody snow. The snow, the sun and the desert. Oh. Yeah, just he's back. Better than ever. Reborn. It's Adonis Creed 2.0. I mean, he gets huge. Look at him. Bloody hell. You thought he was big at the beginning when he fought Danny Wheeler. Just like now. It's dedication. Man, that's good tune there. It went from ear to ear on my headphones. I'm watching this and I'm wiggling my feet. Just look at him run, man. And I think what I've been doing with these movie commentaries, I've been just adding like my AI created music. I have created an AI song, A Friend Like Apollo. And I think I will include that at the end of Creed 2 so you guys can listen to it. It's about how everyone needs a friend like Apollo Creed. And I came up with the lyrics when I started watching Rocky 3, and it made me think that I love their friendship, and I think it will be suitable for this. Man, look at the shoulders, man. Drago. Some sexy ladies there. And the hero's welcome to Drago. It's got to be a big thing for him. For his dad, his family, his legacy. God damn, look at the size of that stadium. It's got to feel like a real gladiator, a real warrior. He looks like one. trying to psych himself up, trying to get to that mindset. It is one of those things you can't lose on the way to the ring. So you do, you've already lost the fight. This shot so well, that whole 360 rounding with the camera. Almost like he's meditating in a trance, getting himself psyched for it, keeping his nerves, doing the breathing, focusing all that energy and all that memory and all that everything for the fight. Speaking about boxing, I know there is a film of Nazim Hamed. Prince Nazim Hamed is like a biography type style film. Now, I'd like Naz as a boxer, but I wasn't a fan of him as a person, really. But you know what? Maybe he's changed. You never know. I love this tune as well. That's Bianca. Good light show, good laser show, I think it is. Obviously, they're the outsiders being booed. But surely there's got to be love for Rocky, because by the end of it, they all loved him. It's about respect. Yeah, it is. He's got to be feeling the weight of it. He needs to. I've seen this. I know which way this film goes, and even I am anticipating and excited for this fight. I can feel sort of like shivers, goosebumps. Good old Michael Buffer. Best announcer ever. I love his voice. I also remember he used to do the thing in the game on the Sega Dreamcast, Ready to Rumble. Here we go. Part 2 of the fight. Look at their faces. They're both feeling it. These guys are both feeling it. He's just staring Rocky out. Vice versa. Sometimes you just need that right person in your corner. Damn. You got to make him miss, got to duck and dive, you got to weave out the way. That's it. Break him down. It all starts adding up. Start chipping away at the tree. Got to get out the corner there. That's it. Brilliant. Make him miss. Move. Like Muhammad Ali used to say, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And that's what you've got to do. It was someone like this. It's a size difference as well is huge, and the weight difference. And that's what makes a difference when it comes to fighting. And Jake Paul recently found that out, where he fought a proper heavyweight, a proper boxer, and Anthony Joshua. You know, he had never fought anyone that big or who could hit that hard before, and who was so skilled. It was just on a whole different level. That's an interesting thing, though. You know, he must have, because he's been trained by his dad, he must have all his dad's move and maybe a lot of his dad's flaws. There's not many, but if anyone's who can spot them, it's definitely Rocky. Nice. Nice combo. And that's what you got to do sometimes. Throw combos. Damn, that was power. Damn, beautiful uppercut. Ooh. And again, guys, please let me know in the comments on the Facebook thing or via messages. I'd also love to do commentaries on famous boxing matches and sporting events like that. My own commentary, because it gives me an excuse to watch certain things again. I'd love to watch sort of Evander Holyfield versus Riddick Bowe 1, 2, and 3. You know, Lennox Lewis's fights. Yeah, got to do that. Got to take that count. Damn. It's that size difference. Apollo really needs to, just say Apollo. Adonis needs to keep on moving. It's only round 3 and both these guys have taken a beating. Obviously, Adonis is looking more worse for wear. Damn. Hell of a punch. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that looks, that hurt me. Damn it. Round 5. Lovely round, ladies there. Damn. Down again. I suppose with someone who's big and strong like that, I suppose if you are ultra close, they haven't got the full swinging motion to get in there with like a big shot. So the closer you are in, if you've got shorter arms, you can hit them more. And yeah, you can get hit, but you won't be able to get hit with the full power. But saying that though, you get hit with an uppercut, it's got to hurt. Damn, both guys looking worse for wear. I love the storytelling. I love that. I love what a coach, how they can inspire. And I feel for Victor because he wanted his mum as well. His mum left him when he was young. And he's looking over and she's there. Wants to make her proud. Wants to make his dad proud, his country proud. Damn. Oh. I love how slow these counts are, but all in slow motion, like the blood. Damn. Love that, the echo in my headphones, the sound, the rise of the crowd. And honestly, this film is perfection. I'm going to rate it before I forget to rate it. I'm going to give this film a 5 out of 5. It is a classic, or it will become a classic. It is just perfectly directed. It's got all the beats of a 5 out of 5 film, you know. It's got everything. And my 5 out of 5s, I don't give to everything, you know. I could have given this a 4.5 out of 5, but I feel this just works so well. Damn. Look at that physique. Well, I'm getting all silent just watching this, watching everything unfold. And this is the bit here where it just destroys him. He sees his mom's not there. And this is where he gets defeated. That hurt more than anything that he's felt in the ring. And Creed is just thinking, like, how the hell did this guy got up? They're getting this respect for each other now. They're both battling it out. And you can see Drago out there thinking, oh my God, what's this for? It's going to be so hard for him to do that, but he loves his son. And look at him, he's just so upset. Yeah, man, the emotions from everyone. I love this bit. Both these guys have given everything. Like the Warriors, you know, there was a winner and a loser, but I feel like both of them won. Both of them gave everything. Heart, soul. Love it. Just amazing. Love this. I love the way Rocky just lets them have their moment, and he's there watching it as an observer, as a proud observer. He feels like he's helped Adonis, avenged his friend, everything really. And there we go. Now, I think there are a few scenes that have been edited out. I think you might get them on the extras, or you probably see them on YouTube. And it's like an interaction with, I think, Rocky and Drago back in the dressing room at the arena. And they finally bury their hatchet. And I love this bit as well. What makes this bit here really special is like the little kid that plays Rocky's grandson really looks like Adrian, you know. They chose that little kid so well. Man, I love this film. It's not a film I could watch all the time, but you know what? It's a film that like I said, it's a 5 out of 5 film. I can watch it probably once a year and just really, makes it worth it. I love look at these two. The older Drago with his son. They both love each other. And what they have is better than any title. They've got the thing, you know. I love this little bit. I think it's like the same eyes and same hair. And the actor that plays Robert, I can't remember what his name is. Great cast of choice to play Rocky's son. Played his son in Rocky Balboa. Really good actor. Really good actor. He was in Heroes. He was also in This Is Us. And he does, doesn't he? And you can imagine there, Apollo would have been so proud. And I like this. This is like a chapter ending for Rocky and his boxing, and Rocky just being a granddad, Rocky being there for Robert and his grandson. And I get why he weren't in Rocky 3. I mean, in Creed 3. And there he is. Oh, what a beautiful family, eh? That was absolutely amazing. Stephen Capel Jr., you created an amazing film there. Screenplay, you know, and I love this. Little throwbacks to these guys. This was absolutely fantastic. Luke, thank you so much for recommending that I actually do this as commentary. I will be doing Creed 3 further down the line. And as always, Luke, you know, I really appreciate you recommending certain films. Please recommend a lot more. Thank you for your kindness for all the other films that you've sent me, 3D glasses. Honestly, it really makes my day when I get these little presents. You know, it's not just the presents, but it's your generosity, which I really appreciate. Special shout out also goes to my best friend, Damian Sayers. Honestly, matey, I love getting all your messages, texts, and whatever else. And to everyone else on the Facebook group, The Real Get to the Chopper, I have been Andy Godeye. I shall see you next time. Goodbye from me.
Yeah, born in the shadow of a fighter, son of a rival. Life at stake, every battle for the title. Eyes on my vitals, just trying to get the time. I got to count up. They see I'm built for this, they know I'm trying to measure up. They told me take your time, but I've been out here, I've been trying to make it mine, make it mine, make it mine. I was sitting ringside, looking at my father's eyes. What I saw made me wanna rise, made me wanna rise. I just had to stand up and go. I had to fight for the throne. I had to go on my own. Had to do it for my soul. I just had to stand up and go. I had to fight for the throne. I had to go on my own. Had to do it for my soul. just what you